Update. WIBTA for throwing every wrestling match I am forced to attend. So I wanted to write an update after the situation has been resolved. First things first. I am back on the swim team. For now. Today was a really weird and awkward day. First opportunity I went to talk to my swim coach and explain the whole situation and that I'm not willing to stay on the wrestling team. He was pretty mad at my dad as well as the wrestling coach. So he took me to the secretary, explained the whole thing and asked her to change the list. She was in turn quite mad, because apparently the whole system is a big mess. I'm not even remotely the only student who was misplaced. So then the secretary called in my homeroom teacher. There was a lot of accusation. I was just standing there feeling awkward. Really weird to see three adults being mad at each other. In the end, I was basically told by all three to just ignore the whole thing and that I can just join the swim team if I want to. I figured that was it. Until the end of school day, then the wrestling coach had me come to his office. He gave me a long talk about how disappointed he is, how he had high hopes for me, blah blah blah. I told him I really don't care and that he was a jerk for just ignoring what I want to do. To sum up, wrestling coach mad at me, homeroom teacher mad at me for complaining, swimming coach mad at school, and my dad is probably gonna freak out when he hears that I won't wrestle. Oh well. Lastly, I want to thank all the people that encouraged me to stand up for myself. You had a lot of good advice, and some really weird advice, and some really terrible but funny advice. Thank you all. Edit. Sorry, forgot the link to the original post. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/obhgco/WIBTA for throwing every wrestling match I am. Small update. Mom told Dad about the switch as he came home from work. He has so far completely ignored me. Not a single word. Actually a nice outcome, I guess. In regards to you comment about it being odd seeing all the adults mad at each other. The only adult I can see is your swim coach. Everyone else is behaving like a bunch of manipulative mini dictators who are bummed they got caught out screwing with a young adult who knows his own mind by now. That's why it looks so weird. If your dad flips, show him the original thread. And if your dad reads this, you are the epicenter of the mess. It's entirely your fault. Don't take it out on your kid. I am so happy for you got back on the swim team. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/obhgco/WIBTA for throwing every wrestling matchium/ original post. Congrats on standing up for yourself and choosing the right thing for yourself. The wrestling coach doesn't matter, and honestly letting your dad make your choices will just hurt you in the long run. Don't let anything make you feel bad about your choice. You're back on the swim team, so I'd say that's a net positive. Your swim coach is a champ for backing you up. Good job standing up for yourself. Wow. I'm sorry you had to go to such ridiculous lengths. But I'm so happy to hear you're back on the swim team. When your dad gets upset, just say, "Thank you for teaching me such an important lesson on how to stand up for myself and go after what I want. It really toughened me up." I'm still kind of baffled that your dad thinks that swimming won't get you in shape. He's the true asshole of this story. The wrestling coach is acting like a petulant child denied a toy. Forcing someone to be on his team is crazy pants, and of course it wouldn't go well for him. Hey, this is just a temporary negative situation. It will all blow over. All will be well. Enjoy your life and what you have. LMFAO go back and complain about the wrestling coach coming and complaining about you leaving. He's already pissed. Might as well let him stay pissed. Good for you for resolving it on your own. The whole thing was ridiculous. Congrats on getting where you want to be. Hopefully it sticks. If you just want to let things be since you were back on your own team, that's completely understandable. But you should report the wrestling coach for the comments he made to you. This is straight up trying to bully a teenager. Why is he disappointed? Why does he have high hopes? Did you even know him before this whole mix-up? It was a mistake for him to put you on his team to begin with. But an understandable one considering a parent approached him. Knowing the full story, though, he is a giant asshole for trying to coerce you into being on his team. Nothing shows more potential than standing up to a bully. And good for you for doing so with both your dad and this coach. Thanks for the update. But I don't get why the homeroom teacher blames you when all you did was point out exactly what happened and that you're unhappy. Did the homeroom teacher happen to finalize what sport you're in and is now upset that their work is now bad? As for the wrestling coach who had high hopes, why would he ever have hope? Did your dad happen to lie about how interested you were in the sport? Oh, and I'd love to hear how your dad reacts to you figuratively telling him to shove it. Well done. The people mad at you for ruining their systems only have themselves to blame. They created the situation. Totally out of order that the wrestling coach called you in to give you a long talk about how disappointed he is. So what? Not your problem. How disappointed would you have been having to do wrestling against your will for a year? Well done. I am delighted to read this. Your dad will probably go mad, but you have stood up for yourself now, so stay strong under any pressure from him. Good for you! Exclamation mark. I'm glad you're back on the swim team. Exclamation mark. Great job standing up for yourself. NTA. Good for you for standing up for yourself. It was wrong of your dad to try to forcibly push a sport you have no interest in on you because of his hang-ups with masculinity. It was wrong of the wrestling coach to go along with it rather than taking his professional responsibility to you seriously and telling your dad that's not how it works. It was wrong of the school to ignore your input and let him put you in his club just because he wanted to. It was wrong of your homeroom teacher to be upset at you for standing up for yourself. It was really wrong of the wrestling coach to use his authority to try to pressure you or make you feel bad for not putting up with the situation. And your response to him was dead on. At no point in this did he do anything to suggest that you should respect or care about his opinion. The only people in this story who acted like adults are your mom, your swim coach, and you. I hope things work out okay with your dad. But no matter how he feels, you made the right decision. Stand your ground. It's your life, not your father's or wrestling coach's. Good luck. I'll be rooting for you. Keep us updated on how your dad reacts. You did the right thing. I hope they review the coach's job. This is wrong. Stay strong. I hope it gets better.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.